While all the parents are checking their kids for candy, Sydney's preoccupied checking capsules for killers. Here's your spooky spot on the Ghostface Tiny Mites, 3 figures per case. Okay, so if you do the math, I've got myself 3 characters per case, and then I got myself 3 cases. What's that? Anybody want to take a guess? Yes, correctly. It's 9. A simple gold star for you. I don't actually have the real stars here. A virtual star for you. We're going to be looking at these. I actually grabbed these at my local Spirit Halloween. And what was the price that I paid for these? Let's look on the side here. $10. $10 a piece. So I spent about $30. Actually, to be fair, though, I spent a whole lot more than $30. I was picking up other things while I grabbed these things first. I think I probably spent at least $100 the first time I went to my local Spirit Halloween. And of the things contained inside, of those 3, we get a total collection of 12. So again, I don't want to leave you guys with all this complicated math. I know you guys were thinking right now, oh God, I'm going to have to start counting on fingers and toes. No, again, there's a total of 12 to collect. And again, this comes to us from, I don't really know. It says Tiny Mites. Is there an actual company that released these? Oh, Culture Fly, of course. Of course, Culture Fly. Recently, in fact, we actually looked at some of the Culture Fly. That was the Halloween popsicles. Hope you guys have had the chance to check that out. But let's go ahead and open these up. The Candle is not joining us right now. I don't know really what he's doing right now. He said something about a soul down the street. I hope, though, that soul is, well, it's not my problem. You know what? Candles do their things. I'm doing my own thing. And my own thing is grabbing McCutcheon's here. And we're going to be cutting carefully the seal on the side. One thing that's kind of cool already right away is the fact that the cases are in shape of Ghostface's mask. As we carefully, though, cut. I don't want to damage the plastic. Or, for that matter, I don't want to break the blade and have it flung through my eye. The first one, as we peel this away, as you can again see, got Ghostface's mask. I suppose when you're done and have revealed all the figurines inside, you probably could even use this canister for, I don't know, medication, candies, maybe your own candies, or maybe candies that look like pills. Just don't mix the two, whatever you do. These were all orange, by the way, so in case you were wondering, were there black versions of these? No, they did not come in black. They only came in orange. Opening up the first one here and seeing exactly what we've got. These are a lot different than first what I was expecting them to be. So I guess you get yourself a little figurine and then you get a couple of busts. The figurine, though, is Ghostface, a little purple. If I was to give this guy a flavor, it would likely be a sour grape. He doesn't have a knife, by the way, though. It looks kind of looks like he's just more frustrated, like Ghostface has taken a tantrum on the street. He's like, I wanted that candy. I wanted that Tootsie Roll. Come on, Ghostface. Nobody really ever asked for a Tootsie Roll. Nobody ever really asks for those fudge things either. Remember those fudge, what were they, disgusting molasses fudge? The ones they were putting out in orange packaging back in the 80s. No kid ever asked for those. And yet those would be the things that would always sit around years and years. Later in life, I'd actually go back to where I grew up in my childhood home. And I actually, I kid you not, found a little Ziploc bag. And there was just a bunch of other random things inside. And I actually found two molasses wrapper candies inside. I was actually tempted for a second to try it. And then I realized, no, stop what you're doing, man. It was 8 years late when I would be thinking about trying these. Not to mention the fact, I already thought they were disgusting. So we got ourselves sour grape, tantrum holding Ghostface. He's cute for what he is. I mean, you know, he doesn't really necessarily need to do anything. If you kind of like the muscle figures, these kind of remind me a little bit like that. And then you get a couple of these. Now these look like those marshmallow peanuts. That's something else I can't stand. If you were to throw at me marshmallow peanuts, those like circus peanuts that are made of marshmallow, I would just immediately throw them back at you, violently too. This one kind of looks, well, I wouldn't even be able to pinpoint the flavor. One does have a blade. Looks more like a machete than it does. Why is the blade so long on Ghostface? It should really be like a little knife, not like a machete length. And then we've also got this one. I don't really know what he's doing. It looks like he's almost stroking his chin. Oh, there's a knife. I couldn't even barely make it out. There's a knife actually right next to his mask. I don't like these, though, as much as I honestly love these. Like, if I just got a whole bunch of little mini, like, even if they were just all the same design and they were just different colors, I'd be okay with that. I don't know if I love these ones as much. Let's put these over here, though. And we'll put the case together. We'll just kind of get everything set up, look presentable. Okay, that's clearly not going to work. Let's open up number 2 here and see exactly what we've got. $10. $10 a bit steep, isn't it? I would agree. I think it's one of those things, though, if you're going through like the impulse item buying at Spirit Halloween, kind of go in there with the idea that you can be using a coupon. So, you can save a little bit of this. 20% off is still 20% off. Help to offset some of the expenses, especially paying $10 a piece for these. So let's open up case number 2 and see exactly what we've got. So, again, it's more of the same. So you got a figurine. I can actually hold on to this. So this is Ghostface, but this is actually Ghostface that has the horns. So that's pretty cool. It's completely different. It looks like, even though like the body looks almost identical, the head is different though, because it does have the horns on the top. Again, a very kind of soft, rubbery plastic, kind of cool collectibles though. So it seems like the trend that you get, says the guy that makes the assumption. I've only opened up 2 of these, but it seems like you get one standing Ghostface, and then you get a couple of bust Ghostface. So again, like this one here, is it different from the others? Well, first of all, it does have the horns, so again, like that's different, and it's a different body altogether. And then we've got this one here. Now this one, again, this one almost kind of looks like another tantrum holding Ghostface. Oh, I wanted those molasses candies. Oh, no, again, nobody really wants those molasses candies. These, again, are okay. I think the colors look a little bit better, having them in orange and having them in like this, again, grape color versus these just puke colored pink and this pus colored. I know, again, I really should get into marketing. Just like not the nicest looking colors. I think Ghostface really works better, a little bit better if you give them like brighter colors. So we get a couple of busts, and then again we've got a couple of little figurines of Ghostface. So let's open up the last canister. Would you call this a canister? I think it would be safe to say that. Let's open the last one and see exactly what we have. So again, if we just kind of quickly take a tally here, I'm assuming like the colors are going to all stay the same. So I think I've got this one right, and I've got this one. I can't. I'm not matching things the way that I thought that I would. I mean, again, from the bust standpoint, there's a few of these that I can. Well, no, even that's not the same. So I guess the shape or the configurations of the bodies are going to be. You only get like 12 designs, but you could just have hundreds of different matching colors or alternating colors to give us. I have no idea. Let's open up the last one and just see exactly what we have. I feel like I want to have this further away from my face. I just have this worry that as I'm doing this, the blade is going to ping, and you're going to see it. It's going to go, and it's going to hit me right in the eye. Luckily, I've got kind of the camera in front of me, but still, I don't think that's enough of a protective barrier. The last case reveals, oh, actually, this is interesting. Instead of having the bust that I assumed I was going to be getting, I got a couple more of the Leatherface. I was going to say Leatherface, Ghostface figurines. Now, see, I can get behind these. So it doesn't seem to be the case that you get yourself 2 busts and then you get a figurine. Some of these may actually just be the figurines. So again, we've got another. Is it the same one? Where's the other one here? Okay, so it is the same one. One just happens to be black. One is like a lemon yellow. Same bodies though. And then I've got this one that has the scythe. I worry about the longevity of that scythe. That looks like something I could potentially break. At least it's rubber. But again, it's a brand new figure. And then for the last one, we've got a Ghostface that looks like he's in a walking stance, or maybe he's like starting his hunt, starting his chase. Again, unnecessarily long blade. I feel like this blade could be a little bit shorter. Yeah, I like these. I like these actually a lot more than these. So what I end up getting, if I just keep them all kind of together here, I got 4 busts, and then I've got the Ghostface figurines, like where they're full-sized figures. These are actually a lot more interesting, if you ask me at least, than the busts that are over there. Have you guys had a chance to pick up any of these for yourself? Like I said, they're a little more on the heftier side. Again, like, what are you looking at? $9.99. That's what I paid for these. $9.99. I think at least for the fact you get yourself 3 figurines. If you only got 1, I think that would be way too expensive. But that you get 3 of these, and you get yourself a cool little container that you can store them inside, I think $10 is not bad at all. I got 3 of these. I don't know, though, if I'm going to be going back and getting any more, because I think I feel like I've got enough of what I needed from this to be, instead of going back and feeling the need to get more of these. But let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have had the chance to grab these for yourself. Today's spookerific review, we were looking at the Culture Fly Ghostface Tiny Frights. Or are they tiny mites? I'm just looking. Oh, my eyes. No, tiny mites. We're looking at tiny mites. If you guys did enjoy this video, do it a solid and throw it a like. You guys want to stick around for more so? I certainly hope so. This isn't, by the way, again, I always say this, it's not the end of Spottober. There's many more ghoulish videos coming your way. So I hope you're keeping your ghoulish peepers peeled and coming back to this channel, because there's going to be more spookerific videos heading your way. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.